Hi, everybody. Thank you so much for saying yes, that you would make some phone calls for us for relational ministry recruitment for the classes. So I thought it would just be easier for me to communicate some of the things that are necessary as you make these calls instead of trying to schedule a meeting. So I'm hoping this is helpful. And so I'm going to we're going to be sending you this video as well as the document that it would be the script for the classes. The thing that I want you to know is how important these phone calls are. So I'm really going to encourage you to, pray before you do it and just really warm up to the people that you're talking to. We really want them to have an experience through these phone calls, not just like dial for dollars, but a connection so that they might get the feeling that we care about them and it really would be in their best interest to attend the classes. All right, so quickly I'm going to just zip through this document and you're going to have it in front of you if you want to print it off and have it while we go through this. But basically, follow this script until it's not helpful. I mean, I think it's going to be helpful, but until you do it, I don't know for sure. But this is how it's going to go. So you're going to make the call and you're going to say, "Hi, this is Yvette with Love Inc. Is this Alice?" So we want to make sure we're talking to the right person before we start. And then it looks as though you showed some interest in our relational ministry classes. We are getting prepared for our new class that will start on January 19th. Do you have a moment for us to visit? And they'll say yes or no. So if they say yes, say, "Okay, before we even get started, can I just confirm that I have the right phone number and email for you?" And that way we'll get updated contact information. That's really important. And then I just want you to start by building a little bit of rapport and just say, can we just start with a simple question like, what do you think would be helpful for you in your life right now? And that's it. Leave it open. Say, I don't know how you're doing during this pandemic, but what would be helpful for you? Getting a sense for kind of where they're at and just listen deeply. If you want to make a couple of notes, it doesn't have to be a big old dissertation, but just kind of note what they're alluding to. What is it that they think that would be helpful in their life right now? And then say, well, we would just love for you to get involved in this powerful ministry. Relational ministry has been successful in getting individuals through some really tough times. And say, okay, in January, we're starting 2 classes that you can pick from. One is called 2021, A Better Life. And this is to discover who you were created to be and how that helps you determine your career or job path. The second class is called Self-Talk, and it will help you in the understanding of your inner dialogue and how to rewire negative thinking about yourself and life. So those are the 2 classes. Would you like to hear the details of these classes? And they're going to say yes or no. So if they're going to say yes, then you're going to go into the details of basically just telling them when it is. It's January 19th through March 30th. It's every Tuesday night from 6 to 8 p.m. at the Northside Church. And we have a children's program offered at the same time. And what you can experience is basically a 45-minute to 1 hour time that an instructor will be talking about how to move you from surviving to thriving in your life. And then the second 30 to 45 minutes are set aside for you to visit with a personal mentor, someone that you can get to know and build a friendship with. Would you like to hear about some of the benefits of attending? Yes or no? Okay. First, so if they answer yes, firstly, as I mentioned, you get to meet with a personal mentor, a friend. And this can be very helpful to have somebody in your corner during the tough times. The class material is great in helping build new skills and knowledge to improve your life. The other benefits are $5 weekly gas cards, $25 grocery outlet cards for good attendance. We also have a money match program that helps you pay down debt or build a savings. And individuals in the relational ministry get additional benefits through Love Inc. So for example, when the dental or vision van comes to town, relational ministry attendees get the first appointments. Now, normally people are only allowed to access some of our benefits like quarterly, but for non-food pantry ministry, you can, instead of every 3 months, if you belong to the relational ministry class, then you can get access once a month. And there are so many other special privileges that are offered throughout these classes to reward individuals for their efforts to learn and develop. So this has been proven to be very helpful in getting people out of debt and become more financially stable. We have also witnessed many broken relationships restored as an outcome of participation, as well as a strong community of friendships being developed. We really believe there is great healing that happens here. We know that God has a plan for each of us and desires us to have an abundant life. Would you be interested in attending this class that starts in January? Yes or no? And if they say yes, you're going to say, great. The next step is to talk to our director, Yvette. She would like to get to know you a little bit prior to the class in January. And then can I sign you up for an appointment with her? And then there's going to be a Google Doc that you're going to open up, and it's going to basically, I'll tell you at the end how this is going to work, but you're going to book an appointment then for those that are new to relational ministry. And then, so basically then you'll go back to the Google sheet that I'm referring to, and you're going to complete these questions and schedule an appointment with me. Now, if they're not interested, basically then you ask them, would you like us to call you when our next class begins in the spring? Yes or no, and you're going to note that on the document. No, and then you can say, would you like us to take you off of our call list? And then, so that's it. But word for word, hopefully you thought that was smooth enough. You can definitely wing it, but I just feel like it gets a little bit more convoluted if you move around. I don't know. You tell me as you get going on this, but you have a script if you think it would be helpful and keep you on track. So the steps prior to calling clients, you're basically going to pray before you call. I would love for you to just ask for the Lord to prepare the way, prepare their hearts, that he would be cultivating their hearts to say yes, to come. And then you're going to pull up the Relational Ministry Google Doc that we're going to share with you. And there's a little space that says open up to the 2020 call list. So that's the tab in the document that you want to look at, and it's hot pink. Then you're going to look at that, familiarize yourself with that document before you start talking to people. You'll see why. It's very simple, but I need you to check to make sure we have their email and their phone number, and you're going to indicate which class that they're interested in, and then you're going to indicate yes, no, left message, no answer, whatever. It has to be in that column so that we knew that you called them. And then you will indicate that yes, you've booked them an appointment with me. At the top of that document, there's something that's like a Calendly link. It's at the top in column J. I wrote that down in your document. Click on that link, copy it, and then open up another tab and insert that and then open it up. So basically while you're talking to people, you're going to have the script in front of you, but then when they're ready and you need to fill stuff in, you'll have in one tab, you're going to have the Google Doc, and in the second tab, you're going to have my calendar. If you have any questions, reach out to Helen and she can walk you through that, but hopefully that's a simple process. So basically, pray before you call, pull up the ministry Google sheet, pull up Yvette's Calendly link, and then you're going to pick up the phone and call the client, and you're going to read the script. And then you're going to schedule an appointment with me that said yes. If they've already attended these classes, don't worry about it. They don't have to meet with me. But if they're newer, then I want to definitely meet with them. And then tell them that we're thrilled that they're taking this step to improving their life for 2021. And if you feel so inclined, you can certainly offer to pray for them. The appointments with me, I am attempting to get a little bit more buy-in and commitment from the clients. So in the past, we'll have like 40 people say, yep, we want to come, and then 20 show up, and then 10 remain. So I am out for a better retention rate. I want to connect with these students. I want them to really understand the power in these classes. I want to encourage them, and I want a commitment. So I'm going to make them sign. You don't have to tell them this. I'm going to have some sort of document that's like a contract that says, yes, I really want to do these classes, and this is what I'm committing to. And so that's the reason to meet with me, is just to get a little bit more skin in the game. And they can meet with me on the phone or in person, their choice. But if you could indicate that in the Google Doc that I'm sending you, that would be helpful. All right, so you're all set. I would love for these calls to be made by the end of this week, ideally. If that doesn't work, then at least by next Wednesday. And then from there, I'll begin meeting the people the very first week of January when we're back. So it'll be, I believe I'm going to have you scheduled Tuesdays, Wednesdays, or Thursdays. So Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, I got to put that on the document. And then that's that. Where was I going with that? Okay. Yeah, okay. So once I meet with them, get the commitment, classes start on the 12th, I believe. 19th, excuse me, 19th. Yeah, classes start on the 19th. So I'm going to be doing interviews that first week in January, ideally. And then if I have to, I'll overflow into the second week of January. Okay, so that's the plan. I hope this is clear. I know it was long, sorry, but I love all of you. I am so grateful for you, and so is Laura, because we have been able to get so much accomplished through all of you. So thank you for each of you taking this on. In your email, it'll indicate which people to call on the list. So you'll be given a color-coded list that says, for instance, Renee, you're gonna call pink, and Connie, you're gonna call green, or whoever says yes. I know you're communicating with Laura. So anyway, it'll be really clear of who you're to call. Love you all, and looking forward to seeing you.